The moon cast an eerie glow through the twisted branches of the forest as I stumbled deeper into its foreboding darkness. Unfortunately, I had to go past this forest as it was the only route to my home. I had heard stories of some cursed places, but was letting go those negative thoughts which were intimidating. Armed with only a flashlight, I was going through the forest, which was totally dark and quiet. The rustling leaves beneath my feet echoed through the silent night, making my heart race with every step. It wasn't long before I felt an unsettling presence lingering in the air. But I shrugged off the chill that crept up my spine, attributing it to nerves and my imagination running wild. As I pressed on, the trees seemed to close in, blocking out the moonlight and creating an almost claustrophobic sensation. My flashlight flickered ominously, casting eerie shadows that danced along the gnarled tree trunks. Fear gnawed at the edges of my mind, but I was determined to continue my journey. Suddenly, a blood-curdling howl pierced the silence, causing me to freeze in terror. My heart pounded in my chest as I tried to identify the source of the chilling sound. But there was no time to contemplate. I had to find my way out of this labyrinth of fear. With every step, the forest seemed to shift and morph, making it impossible to retrace my path. Panic set in as I realized I was truly lost. My flashlight beams wavered, casting eerie shadows that seemed to elongate into menacing figures. Each snap of a twig made me jump, fearing that something sinister was lurking just out of sight. I could no longer discern whether the noises I heard were real or mere figments of my terrified mind. Footsteps echoed behind me, sending shivers down my spine. I whipped around, only to find darkness and silence. The forest was playing tricks on me, toying with my sanity. Time lost all meaning as I stumbled through the haunted woods, my senses dulled by fear and exhaustion. The night dragged on, and every moment felt like an eternity. Each time I thought I saw a glimmer of light or heard distant voices, they vanished without a trace. Then, just as despair threatened to consume me, I stumbled upon a clearing bathed in an ethereal glow. A sense of relief washed over me, believing I had finally found a way out. But my elation was short-lived, as I realized that the clearing was unlike any place I had seen before. The air grew colder, and a heavy mist enveloped the area. I felt an overwhelming presence, as if unseen eyes were watching me from every direction. Panic seized my heart once again, and I desperately tried to escape the suffocating grasp of the haunted forest. Suddenly, underneath one tree, I saw a woman sitting with her back towards me. Her hair was long, and she was wearing white dress. I saw her a light of hope and decided to approach her. As soon as I went close to her and said hello, she suddenly looked towards me, and I nearly fainted there. Her face was black with wrinkles all over her face, teeth were quite long like a vampire, and eyes were yellow. The most observable thing on her face was her nose, which was quite small and elongated. She laughed at me and whispered, "Welcome to my territory." I started running away with my legs shivering and breath suffocating. But no matter how fast I ran or which direction I took, the forest seemed to pull me back, deeper into its nightmarish embrace. I heard that woman's shout, "You can't go anywhere, come back to me." I kept running, stopping, catching some breath, and again running. As the first light of dawn approached, I could see a few small huts. I knocked one of the doors and I fell unconscious due to fatigue, hunger, and fear. Next day when I woke up, I saw an old couple. I told them the whole story. They told that this forest was haunted, and that woman which I saw was a demonic female entity who haunts this forest for centuries. I stayed with them till afternoon, until I got started feeling better. Then that old person took me to the road where I could easily go to my home. I thanked him and vowed myself that I will never ever travel this route at night times ever again.